Creating a media company is a great idea. Creating a media company to monetize like Vice and BuzzFeed is a bad idea. You're not going to end up doing well. Don't monetize the media. Figure out how to build an audience and sell into something else.
All right, so we are going to talk about what BuzzFeed and Vice declines tell you about media businesses. So just to set the stage for this one, BuzzFeed News was shut down, and Vice, who was once valued at $5.7 billion, they're now potentially on the verge of bankruptcy. How to think about these media companies and why we think this is happening and what we think they could have done instead.
Yeah, so if you're seeing declines in things like Google and Facebook and their ad revenue, why wouldn't you see declines in Vice and BuzzFeed? We have so many options for media and news and entertainment, whether it's Instagram or TikTok. Possibilities are endless now. There's always a new social network that's popping up. It's going to take away time and attention from Vice, BuzzFeed, all the other channels. SEO is also becoming more and more competitive. A lot of these platforms were relying on social traffic, which has been cramped down unless you want to spend money, which is hard for them to do because if they spend money, it's hard to arbitrage the ad revenue on their end. A lot of these guys weren't SEO plays, and even if they are SEO plays, SEO is competitive. It can do well, which is also hurting a lot of these guys' revenue. But when I look at media companies, the big issue with a lot of them is if you don't have the distribution, EX television, movies, magazines, and a lot of eyeballs, and you're taking an omni-channel approach, it's going to be hard for you to survive. The other thing too is if you are in business right now, creating a media company is a great idea. Creating a media company to monetize like Vice and BuzzFeed is a bad idea. Look at media like the Kardashians or Ryan Reynolds or LeBron James, or even what Eric and I are doing on a much smaller scale to these celebrities. Figure out how to build an audience and sell into something else. Don't monetize the media. Monetize a product or a service that you can sell, not someone else's product or service, because it doesn't convert the same when you're being an influencer. It has to be your own, and it has to be something that really resonates with your audience and what you're known for, and you care about it. Because if you don't care about it and you're not passionate about it, the quality of the product and the service is going to be shit, and you're not going to end up doing well.
The one thing I'll add here is another good example of Logan Paul and his Prime drink. He's just doing a lot of collaborations. He's leveraging his distribution, leveraging other people's distribution. At the end of the day, distribution and attention are key. Are you really going to beat an optimized machine, a money printing machine like a Google or a Meta, even a Microsoft or an Amazon? If you want to capture more profit, you want to capture more margin, it's in your best interest to figure out how you can go about either taking equity in a company or having your own equity where you're selling your own products or services. And you don't necessarily even need to have a huge audience, but it's the same playbook over and over and over.
I talked about this in a previous episode. When you're doing this and you're trying to create a media company, it's not about how many eyeballs you're getting. It's about how big is your market. So for example, if you're in a market that has only, call it 50,000 people, I'm making up the size, but let's say you're going after something like mesothelioma, right? It's this cancer that people get and the lawsuits are worth an arm and a leg, and I hope no one has it. Even though the audience size is really small, the monetization is massive and you can make millions and millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. On the flip side, if you're in a market where it resonates with everyone, you can have like 1 million, 10 million followers, but it doesn't monetize well, you're shit out of luck. So don't necessarily, if you're trying to create a media company, worry about the audience size, worry about the market size instead. And it's called TAM, total addressable market. The bigger the market, right? And the market is defined by how much money is spent, not the people, but the money spent, the better off you are. So focus creating media around a big market from a money standpoint, right? Where a lot of revenue or money is being spent.
All right, so that is it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Maybe we'll read out some of the names as well. Your ratings and reviews have been super helpful, so please keep doing it, and we will talk to you later.
Now, if you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'm here to answer them and help you out. If you enjoyed the video, like it, share it, tell people about it. Thank you very much.